what's up guys? Elliot Holden here. We're going in the studio today with Methuselah, and well, one of the most important things to take in a recording studio is a freaking cool pair of shades, because you never really know who's going to pop up in the studio, and plus it helps put me in the vibe to play my best if I feel like I'm looking my best, which usually my best is probably with a pair of shades on. I don't know, maybe not, but still feels good anyway. It looks pretty cool, and if anybody's taking pictures while you're doing your session or somebody pops in or whatever, you can always look like a superstar, even if you're not. So, and then if you want to work on somebody's computer in the meantime, you can always carry an extra pair of glasses like these so that you can do any kind of tech support that may need to be done if you should come upon that. You never know when you're going to see a beautiful woman pulled over on the side of the road with a flat tire and she needs her hard drive changed in her laptop. You're going to want a pair of these for that situation, if that should occur. Okay. I kind of like these too, sort of, but anyway, we need to talk about equipment. So for this particular session, I am going to bring my trusty go-to Fender Stratocaster. Oh, I guess I don't need these. They do look kind of good though. We'll just keep them on for now. I'm gonna bring the Stratocaster. It's kind of like my all-around guitar that I use on a lot of stuff. You know, it's a hip-hop session that I'm doing tonight, so it's kind of I can kind of dictate my own sounds. Most of my sounds are going to come from my pedal anyway, but I just like this guitar set up right. It's got good action, so I'm ready to rock with it. We've got the standard pickups that came in this guitar, but then I also have a Seymour Duncan hot rails right here in the bridge position that I installed years ago. So anyway, this is looking good on the guitar front, and I think pretty much all I need is one good pedal. And it's probably going to be this pedal right here, this Zoom 50G. It's pretty much got all the sounds that I want in there. It's got a few different amp sounds, a bunch of effect sounds, stuff like that. But I actually don't need much, so this pedal is going to do fine for tonight for what I need to do. I normally don't clean up my rehearsal room with my shades on, but I'm doing it now. So this is my normal amp setup that I use for live, and I use it for recording as well. It just sounded like you farted. Yeah, that's my floor squeaking. So anyway, I have somebody actually handling the camera for me today because I can't do everything. And it sounded like he farted, but he didn't. It was the floors in my house are really creaky. So if you ever get a house that has creaky floors, make sure you fix them all before you put the carpet down, because the carpet, you can't get back in and do it later. So anyway, this is my normal amp setup here. I use a Fender Deluxe Reverb reissue amp. I use it for live and I use it for recording, but I'm not going to take it with me this evening. It's just, it's too much. It's overkill for what we're going to do today. It's a little cumbersome. Plus, when you're going into a session for like hip-hop artists or anybody really, it's always better to take gear that you can probably plug directly into the mixing console and get good simulated amp sounds. It's simpler on the engineer. You may have space constraints. You may not be able to set up an amp. They may only be in one room. They may not have extra vocal boosts and amp boosts and drum boosts and stuff like that. So it's just good to be versatile. But of course you would get all those details from the artist, or if you are the artist, you know what you need before you go in a studio. So I'm not going to be taking this setup, but you know, if I were, or when I go live, I use this pedal board with my amp. And for those of you that aren't familiar with guitar technology, a pedal board is just a board that contains your pedals, and your pedals can give you different sounds. So for those of you that are a little bit more attuned to what I'm talking about, my pedal board consists of a Polytune mini pedal. So this is my tuner, and then it goes into a Jetter Gain Stage Red, and then I go into this line 6 delay modeler. So this is a DL4 delay modeler, and it gives me different delay sounds and stuff like that. This is a MIDI controller, excuse me. This is a MIDI controller that I use with my computer. I use this to trigger different sounds and to trigger tracks and things from my computer live. Even if I'm playing with a band, you know, we trigger a lot of external stuff live. So you can kind of think of us, you know, we're a 3-piece power trio, but we're kind of like Rush in the year 2030, you know, because we're that power trio sound where we're taking hip hop and rock and fusion and blues and jazz, and we're mixing it together, and then we incorporate different urban sounds with that. But this video is not about me. This is about my session with Methuselah and what I'm gonna take when I go in the studio with him. I could bring this unit, but I'm not gonna bring it. It's got some good sounds in it, but it doesn't fit into my gig bag. So this is the Boss ME25, and we'll go through a demo of this later. Real inexpensive $100 pedal that can just give you a lot of sounds and is real flexible. These pedals down here, they need to be plugged into an amplifier. But this pedal does not have to be plugged into an amplifier. You can run this direct into a mixing console or into a audio interface into your computer for recording. All right, well, let me find my gig bag. By the way, guys, this mirror is for pure vanity because I'm very vain, and when I rehearse my stage shows, I like to look at myself. So everybody should have a really big mirror that you can just look at yourself and just pretty much air guitar, and you know, you want to look as cool as you sound if possible. So that's what that's all about. It's for you vanity people. It's for you what's Kanye's wife, Kim Kardashian? It's for you Kardashian types. You need a mirror. So it's my gig bag. We got this. Let's continue in here. Tunes that I'm going to be playing on tonight. And I actually probably should have went over these. It's always good to have what you're going to play planned out ahead of time.